Hello, welcome to Barbed Wire, the TNT preview show with us from the Groupchat Wrestling Podcast. We also have Bradders, and we have a very special guest today. Mike Angus has joined us last minute. I'm Andy. I've knocked Santa off the roof because, as you can see, I'm getting fatter as we get close to Christmas, and my beard is getting whiter. So I've invoked the Santa Claus. We have a lot of cards to run through. Thanks to Mike for jumping on with us here last minute. I believe you got a new phone, and your phone was instantly ringing off the hook, was it?
That was it. Literally switched it on at about 6:30, and it was ringing. It was Jay after ringing me. Hey, can you go on the podcast, lad? always happy to be back on Barbed Wire and to catch up with you guys. And obviously, so excited for the weekend. It's not long at all now till we have TNT Ignition and Extreme this Saturday. So yeah, exciting times.
No, it's really looking forward to it. Should we just kick off, play the card, and we'll go through the matches then, yeah?
Yeah, let's get going, boss.
Yep. Terry, you killed this. I'm chasing paper like coke after Henny. I'm needing this money today. 我在赚钱买个房子和车，不为自己赚钱为谁？你来我左边的 lie to me， 你来我右边的 ride with me。我不忘记那些 minor things， 真的会因为 define the things。Gotta get this guap， 钱钱眼看 and never gonna stop。钻石发光，我上麦克新手表，这是我的目标 ，I aim for the top。你说我酷，可是我不读书，所以会不会输？你能告诉我吗？你出去玩，我在家里做工，你能过来看，我想陪着我妈。我买了个链子 ，I like how it look。不喜欢大学 ，I dropped out of books。我喜欢赚钱 ，I did what it took。自己能看见 ，I ain't even shook。我买3大了 ，I'm on the way。Stay to the top， I don't wanna play。没人能 stop me， 不管你是谁。我有我梦想，我努力不累。I'm chasing paper like coke after Henny。I'm needing this money today。我在赚钱买个房子和车，不为自己赚钱为。
What a card! What a way to start your Saturday.
No better way for a Saturday.
There's not we'll get straight into it. I mean, like Tommy Tanner versus NJ. What do you think? I was so impressed with Tommy Tanner at the last show. And like we all love NJ. NJ's been pushing on for so long. He can go. And is NJ going to take the next step now, or is Tommy Tanner going to stand in his way and make a name for himself?
I think Tanner's a class individual. I met him a couple of years back, and he was talking about he was coming from professional rugby and making that transition into professional wrestling. He's done absolutely amazingly, and this is such an opportunity for him. Taking on AJ, he's a fan favorite and has been just absolutely popping off over the last year or two himself all over the Northwest. So really excited for that one to see how we get on. And I'll make sure as well, TNT's putting out it's all the selfies I've took. I'll make sure to get a selfie with Jay this week.
So what about you boys?
Yeah, it's going to be a great match. I was like you, I was really impressed with Tommy at the last show. But for me, I can't look past AJ. I think he's got that momentum right now. He's going to get the win.
Like everyone said here, I thought Tanner put up a really good showing on his debut. And AJ, we know kind of like what he can do, but this is going to be a fascinating match. I feel this two young stars. It's just going to be fun to watch.
I think the last person that impressed me on the debut as much as Tommy Tanner did was Leonardo Darwin. So I have to get a Darwin reference in early, don't I? But yeah, that suggests there's big things. But I love AJ, so I wouldn't want to pick a winner there. The next match, I'm going to talk about Liam McCarthy against Bullet. We are the Bullet Club on the balcony, so I'm going to be extremely biased there. Bullet's going to absolutely destroy him. I'm sorry. That ring is going to take that ring's going to take a beat, and that ring is going to move. I'm going to measure that ring again, and I would say that ring's going to move 40 centimeters every time someone hits it. And I'd say Jay's going to be, look, oh God, come on, watching that ring get destroyed bit by bit. There'll be nothing left at the end of it, but at the end of it, Bullet's going to take the win, and on we go. The Bullet Club wins again.
You'll have me and Greenwood on the posts holding it in place as the show's going on. I think obviously I did sparked out last week with Big Ben Cecil. Shout out to Ben, and we did speak about the Bullet Club, about you guys there. We were chatting about that briefly on it, and I just think that's absolutely class because Bullet, the one man armory, he is one of the best super heavyweights on the planet, if not the best, and I've just been so impressed with him all around the UK when I've seen him, and I'm just so glad that we get to see him in Liverpool. And to face Liam, I've not seen too much of him, so it'll be interesting to see him come in. But after the match he had with Mickey Barnes last month, I'll be so interested to see how this one goes, because that ring did an half shift, and by the look of the size of this lad, it could be even more. We'll have to see.
I was so happy to see Mickey Barnes turn up last month as well. Not last month, 2 months ago against Bullet. That was. I'm a huge Mickey Barnes fan. We all are. So that was like a dream match for me. So hopefully this one excites me just as much, and we come out of it becoming a fan of Liam McCarthy. So yeah, you guys.
Same again. Obviously, we're all Bullet Gang. We all love secretly super heavyweight wrestling. And this is going to be fantastic. Yeah, openly love super heavyweight wrestling, and this is going to be an amazing example of super heavyweight wrestling. Proper men going at it, but Bullet for the win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bullet because, as you said, we're all Bullet fans. Haven't seen much of Liam, so I can't say too much on his side, but Bullet's always a treat, no matter where you see him. You know what you're going to get from Bullet. It's going to be hard hitting, but it's just going to be fun. That's effectively what you get from a Bullet match every single time.
It's class. I remember watching him in TNT last year when we all became huge fans, and it was his match with MVK, and we were all like I've never seen a crowd like kind of change in a match so much to the point where everyone just wanted Bullet to win. And then when he came out in the Rumble later on, because we were like, oh God, please be in the Rumble. And then brilliant. I can't wait to see that match. Fan of Bullet, and that should be great.
Hey, I love the comment there. It's going to be a destruction derby, except for they ain't using cars. They're using their bodies.
Mission Derby, old PlayStation game there. Then we got Lewis Johnson against Sonny Durson. I've been really impressed with Lewis lately. Some of the matches I've seen him have been TNT and outside of TNT. This could be a war. Depends how he wants to take it. But at the moment, I would say I'm going to be leaning towards Lewis Johnson, and I feel sorry for whoever's going to get in that ring with him. So Sonny Durson, I'm sorry, mate. I wouldn't like to be in your shoes right now, the way Lewis Johnson's been going lately.
Sonny, though, he's a bit of an expert. Obviously, he's the longest reigning, I think, TNT Ignition champion over time for the dates included. And obviously, he's a trainer at Claw, absolutely skilled technician on the mat. Very talented. I wouldn't ever count him out. But Lewis has been on a bit of a tear recently. I know he didn't quite make it against Liam Carr there, but the battles them two have had over the last couple of months have been absolutely epic, and Lewis has had some good wins during that time as well. So I think that'll be an intriguing one. I think it's going to be it's just always tough for me to count Sonny Durson and the Turkish Wolf out. I think it's going to be it could be a real make or break match for Lewis though as well. So we'll have to see how the Limb Reaper takes him on there. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think for me, it's more just the fact that, I just think he's looked like an animal lately, Lewis Johnson. So, you're going to need a vintage Sonny Durson to try and stop him in his tracks at the moment, because you say he come up short against Liam Carr. Was there really a winner in that in the trilogy of matches they had, because they beat the living out of each other, Yeah. So it's it was great. It was fantastic. So really excited about this one, and it could go anyway, but I'm pulling for Lewis Johnson on this.
Yeah, just echo everyone's thoughts. I would have felt sorry for whoever was coming up against Lewis following the loss if you say, to Liam in the last match. My match of the year, by the way, in TNT so far, that 3 stages of hell. What a match. If there's anyone that could match Lewis, it's probably Durson. But we'll have to wait and see.
I think you've practically said everything I've wrote down. It's like you said, you can't write off Sonner. Johnson, especially as we saw against Carr, had that grueling 2 out of 3 falls match, and it was just, as you said, it was one of the matches this year that I definitely enjoyed. It's actually in one of my top 20 matches this year that I've wrote down. That's how good I rated it. And with this again, it's 50-50. There's no clear-cut one who's going to win this at all. It's just going to be another battle, I feel.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. And then I think I'm equally looking forward to the next one, the 4-way. One of my favorites, Mr. Chicken Supreme himself. That he's no longer chicken fried rice; it's Chicken Supreme. Mickey Barnes, Liam Carr, who's an absolute monster. Denzel Mack, who another one who the last show really impressed me. I didn't know much about him at all, but him and Tommy Tanner put on a show there that was fantastic. So really excited to see him again. And yeah, Skinner's in that one as well.
I was going to say, let Brothers go first this time so he can tell us what he thinks before we steal all this spotlight.
He's like, oh yeah.
He's already got the comments over him. Let him speak first.
Well, looking at this, it's 4 that I enjoyed the last card. Skinner, I've seen a lot of compared to, say, the other 3. Skinner, we know what we're going to get from Skinner. He's going to be his normal kind of scheming little ways. Denzel Mack, I mean, he put up, as we said about Tanner, they had a great bout in September. Carr, from the videos we've seen, looks a more determined and kind of an angrier version after his last match. And Barnes is just a joy to watch, but equally as much as we enjoy him, he can be vicious himself. So this is another one where this could go any one of 4 ways, obviously. But it's, that ring's definitely going to be needing to be reinforced with all these matches, I feel.
Most definitely. It's crazy, this card. The work that the TNT management do with these cards is unbelievable. In terms of this 4-way, I've got a feeling Ian Skinner might pull it out. I don't know why. I've got a feeling he's conniving, he's cunning. He might just pull something out the bag.
Are you one of his loads of friends?
I'm one of Ian Skinner's loads of friends.
He's the coldest guy in the room, and he's just you know what? The thing with this match is it could propel anybody to the top of the Ignition deck, I think, because the 4 of them who are in there are all top class athletes in their own respects. Skinner, I think if he just focused instead of messing about doing his hair and trying to cause havoc, if he really focused, I do think he could be one of the top superstars in the UK. But there's too many distractions for him. If he's not, messing about with his fair coat or promoting his hair products, he's, causing havoc in one way or another. Anything except for getting the job done. If he had a manager, or if he had, I just had that bit of focus, that laser focus, I do think he really would be the coldest guy in the room, because he'd be like a cerebral assassin. But I think that's the what he needs to fix in his game as well. If he doesn't get it fixed in this fatal 4-way, definitely going into 2026, that should be something he needs to look at. If he has a think over Christmas and the New Year and comes back laser focused, if he really is ice cool, I think Skinner's undefeatable. But it's the fact that he just gets so riled up by anything that's happening around him that distracts him. And, that distraction, it could be Mac Denzel Mack was brilliant at the last show against Tommy Tanner. That could be the distraction. It could be the international superstar, the finely tuned machine himself, Liam Carr, and obviously a big distraction in there. Whether it's chicken fried rice or chicken supreme, Mickey Barnes is a class act. And I think, all of them could cause problems for Skinner. So you predict that Skinner, might have a chance in that. But I just think it's the distractions that's going to, make him come up short again. But we'll see. And we are going to find out on Saturday, obviously.
I think he's a dark horse for this, because my favorite for this is Liam Carr. I think Liam Carr, the guy's fantastic. He's the clear favorite when you look at it. But is Skinner going to play into that? Is he going to let these guys just go at each other? All these big guys just go at each other, and Skinner's going to take advantage of any slight chance he gets. I think he could be a dark horse for this. I wouldn't put any money on it. My money would firmly go on Liam Carr, but I don't know. Might stick an each way bet on Ian Skinner if I could.
£2 on him.
Yeah.
There's no limit with the bets,
We're
not sponsored by anyone, are we? No, good.
No.
Hang on.
There's an opening there. Next we've got Sky Moth against Lally. Now I'm very excited while Angus is trying to squint through his Wrestle Tours shades there. I've Vegas on the brain. Sky Moth Lally. This one could be incredible, and it feels like there's a hell of a lot of story in both of these teams, and I don't know. I can't pick a winner here. It's all really excited to see what happens. Really excited to see the progression between Lally, essentially, because Lana seemed to accept that. She seems to be very accepting of her help in the last show. If for the first time she was actually hugging her and being like, "Yes, thank you," kind of thing, rather than being like, do one. So is she fully on board now? I don't know. Maybe we're getting there.
Go on, Mike. What's your thoughts first really as well?
Go ahead. For this one, it's tough. There's a strong case for both teams. Sky Moth, they've got their history as team, as opponents. You know what I mean? Both sides. Lally, they've been going up and down the UK. They've been doing bits. I couldn't call a winner for this one. I'm going to sit firmly on the fence on this one, but could be match of the night. But for both shows.
Go on, brothers.
Go on. I'll say. Or I'll try and be diplomatic first before I get to what I really think. Martina and Lucy, it's a case of can they work together against Lally? That's one thing we have to look at. Lally have the advantage in that they are regular as tag team partners, though arguably you could say a dysfunctional tag team. Though Holly probably wouldn't say that, and Lana just doesn't normally want to be around Holly. But I'd say you've got 4, arguably, of the best female wrestlers right now in this one match. And if you can't get excited for this, I mean, why bother? Because they're top of their game right now, if we're looking at it. But as I said, taking my diplomatic hat off and going local, I'm obviously going to predict Lally because they're in my neck of the woods, so I have to.
Otherwise, they'll get you. And interesting to see in the comments as well. A big shout out to Craig there, and also where Wrestle Snaps popping in that he thinks Skinner might pick up the victory in that 4-way, and he's picking Lally in this one now, where it is difficult to bet against Lana Austin and Holly Barlow, where, as you guys have mentioned, they can be dysfunctional. But I just think, and Lucy and Session Moth have been absolutely brilliant, but they've been involved in some battles against each other as well, and I think that I've seen that mutual respect between them. But it's just whether I think it could be early enough in the day that Session Moth might not be drunk on the family-friendly show, but I'm just not too sure. It depends probably how much she's drunk either the night before, if she's in Liverpool, or on the flight over. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting one. And it's all going to come down to the tag team dynamics there. Who's misbehaving and who's behaving on the day. And, of course, you can see Bryony bigging up the Wigan there. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Master of the wig, wham, bam. That's what we like to see. And, yeah, looking forward to that match for sure. I think it's going to be a cracking match anyway. Good, as you said, Mike steal the show. So, yeah, really excited for that one.
Yeah, same.
Smash both their heads.
I'm gonna lean towards Lally winning, just because, like I say, I feel like they're slowly becoming more of a team. And apologies to anyone who may be upset by that. But
in the
on to the next match. On to the next match, we have the title match. MVK and Rampage again with the champion Critchy defending his belt for the first time. This is going to be fantastic. It was such a feel-good moment last show when Critchy won. It was unexpected, and the vibe, the crowd was so... There was such a buzz in the air after that. It was fantastic. Really excited for this. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, I was going to say it was so well executed by Critchy, cashing in at that moment, the master opportunist there, and he really did... make the most of that opportunity of Rampage and MVK beating the living tar out of each other. And, of course, Critchy swept in like the little vulture that he is and picked up that big win. Maybe we should say live bird rather than vulture, but he definitely swept in there and picked up the belt. And I think Rampage and MVK are going to be gunning for Critchy absolutely massively in this one. And it's all going to come down to, we know how good Critchy is. He's an extremely talented young man, but is he talented enough to evade Rampage Brown and MVK? And that is what I'm so excited to find out at the weekend, because Critchy, he learns from the best. Dean Allmark has been training Critchy. And, has he learned enough? Is he going to be able to survive? I don't just mean keep his title. I mean, is he going to live after Saturday? It's the question we've got to ask. And guys, I'd love to hear your feedback on that as well, and what your thoughts are.
I was going to go on.
Yeah, brothers, you go first. Go, Clark.
I was going to say, we're saying about Critchy cashing in, very opportunistic. Get me words right. But at the same time, very clever, very smart to do what he did. And I think he's going to need all those smarts come Saturday, going up against MVK and Rampage. And he's being champion as well. He'll need eyes in the back of his head if he wants to defend this title.
R.I.P. Critchy.
In the comments.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm backing Critchy. I've got to back the Scouser, especially in this one. Do you know what I mean? He was smart, as we said, cunning to get the cash in right, and I think he's going to carry that into this match. Not only survive, but walk out under his own power as champion.
I agree. I'm with you guys. I think Critchy's going to. It was very clever the way he handled it. And I feel like he's going to use those smarts in this match. And Rampage and MVK are going to be so fired up to beat the living stuff out of each other after what happened at the end of the last match. They're just going to want to kill each other. And if Critchy plays it right, he could let them take each other out, and eventually, try and work his way around a weakened Rampage or a weakened MVK if things go right for him. Really excited to see how this goes. It could go anyway. After the last event, the last match they had, those two guys beat the living stuff out of each other, like I say. So are they going to want to do it again, or are they just going to be laser focused on Critchy, the two of them? If they are, then maybe R.I.P. Critchy's quite a fitting comment in the chat there. Yeah.
And Andy, you've got to think as well, though, a weakened MVK or a weakened Rampage is like a 200% average human beings. So
Exactly,
when you're weighing it up, you got to do some Steiner maths here. The percentage chance. Rampage and MVK coming in at 200% each. That's 400%. That takes Critchy's chance of winning down to 0.25%.
That spells disaster.
Yeah, you've got to. What else can we factor in, Mike? We've got to put in the obviously the scouseness is going to affect it.
Yeah, scouseness is a good
20%. What we haven't thought about FTM as well. We know Carr's going to be there. Is McCall going to be there? It could be. Yeah, I think you've got to bear that in mind as well. But knowing Critchy, he'll have a plan. He will have a plan, guys. So be huge.
Absolutely.
Very, very excited. I can't wait. It's a fantastic way to start the day off, Ignition. It's a long day, but God, it's worth it. You don't get better value, to be honest. This card is stacked. So excited, and we've not got long to go. But speaking of time, I believe you don't have time, Angus, to go on to the next show, do you?
The Mad Dog is diving off in a moment, but what I'd like to say, guys, is a huge thank you from everyone at TNT, obviously to all three of you for diving on this evening and letting our fans know about this amazing event we've got coming up. Obviously, Saturday lunchtime. It's going to be family friendly. It's great for it. If you've got mates who've got kids and stuff, bring them along to this. Let them know all about it because there's still tickets available, and we want a packed house. It's even better when it's noisier in there and it's just rammed, and the kids are going crazy and absolutely loving it. The wrestlers wrestle harder and the action hits harder when it's packed out and the noise levels are high in there. Obviously, the Mad Dog will be there. Mike, you were asking me before the show what shoes I'm going to be wearing. We don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I've got the Dorothy's ready. It might be Dorothy's for Ignition this week, so we'll have to see. And they get me off home quick after the show, so excited for Saturday. Looking forward to seeing. I'm hoping you guys will all be there up on the balcony 100%. with the Bullet Club
we'll
banner.
Be there.
Cannot wait. And always repping barbed wire for you. Don't you worry. Keep up the great work. And look forward to catching up with everyone at the weekend. And I'll let you guys take it away and talk all about as well. TNT Cold Day in Hell. It's going to be extreme. It's going to be crazy. Exciting times. I'll let you guys take it away, talk all about it. And a big shout out and thank you to everyone who's joined us so far in the comments. Keep your questions coming in. I'll dive back on later on once my phone's fixed and try and get back to everyone. All right. So
thanks,
guys. And see you on Saturday.
See you on Saturday. Nice.
Thanks so much.
So should we go straight into playing the next card then, yeah?
Yeah, let's go for it.
TNT. The evening show, TNT, 7:30-ish. We'll be there. This is when we can actually swear. So all this pent up frustration, we can now explode.
What a card.
What a card. It's fantastic. I've just been made aware that the ticker, the banner we have, is wrong. So I will fix this on the fly. Why don't you guys start off with the tag match, the tag title match?
Go ahead, I'll take this one first if you don't mind, brothers.
Go on.
Hyperactive versus The Experience. I believe Hyperactive's first time in TNT. It's certainly first time for a while, if not. It is. There you go. The previous matches, I think the experience of maybe not being fan favourites compared to who they're wrestling with. I think this time they'll firmly have the TNT crowd behind them. And it's going to be a great match. Two of the best tag teams in the UK. And I'm backing the experience to get the job done.
I'm going to go the other way here. I'm going to go Hyperactive, mainly because I am a big fan of Hyperactive. I am also a fan of the experience. However, just the role that Anita Vaughn and Sapphire Reed are on, kind of coming to the end of this year, I don't think you can particularly back against them. And I think this is definitely going to be a good test for the experience. You could arguably say this is maybe the toughest test they've come up to. I mean, they face some tough tests, but Hyperactive at the moment, as they are, it ain't going to be easy.
Yeah, now I've fixed that, I can talk. I'm looking forward to this one. I think Hyperactive are fantastic. They look good every time I've seen them. The experience are fantastic. They look good every time I've seen them. I can't pick a winner. I've got splinters in my ass. I'm sitting on the fence on this one. I really don't know. I will probably edge towards Hyperactive just to support Dale, because he's a huge Sapphire Reed mark. So, yeah.
Shouts to Dale.
But I can't pick a winner. It'd be interesting to because this could be a real hard hitting match. This could be stiff. So, I don't know. I'm not picking a winner. I'm sitting on the fence.
Because I saw him a few months ago facing, and that was hard hitting then. So I'm expecting an even more hard hitting bout this time. But yeah, we are in for a treat, I feel, with this match come Saturday.
So do you think we got a title change?
Oh, that's a good question. It's tough. I want to say yes, but at the same time, you can't back against the champions either. It really is one of those kind of cigarette paper thin differences between the two.
The experience that for me, they're almost like not comfortable champions, but they have a champion that they feel like champions. So it's going to take a hell of a lot to take the belts off them. They have everything between the two of them. So it's going to be a great match. This really excited. Great. I don't know if it'll start the show, but just because we're talking about it now, but it'd be a great way to kick off the show if it did. First ever a couple of championship matches on that show. Before we carry on with the show as well, with this discussing the card as well, I did want to just mention that the Extreme VIP, we will be Extreme VIP. If anybody is considering Extreme VIP, I can highly recommend it because we get it earlier, which is great. And you get a meet and greet with, I believe it's, is it Deathmatch Lucy and
Emerson Jane,
and a poster, a signed poster this time, which is really cool. I have a picture of the signed poster. I'm going to attempt to show it. It might be in the background. I don't know, but here we go. No, it's not. Let's see how we can see this. There we go. There's the poster. This is the poster. It's displaying in a terrible aspect ratio, but I don't know how to fix that. So it's going to be a signed poster. We'll get a picture with the two of them, and it's fantastic. So excellent.
And the match.
There's also a pre-show match, isn't there? Almost like a dark match. It's a VIP match with it was Callum Crowe and Ty Archer. Yes. So Callum Crowe, one of the lads who's coming up through the claw system. I've seen him a few times. Very good. I've seen him at Comic-Con actually a couple of weeks ago. Very impressive. and I've seen Ty Archer a few times, and he's been really good as well. He's great in that last, the last weekend.
Yeah, fantastic.
As part of the VIP Extreme, you get the VIP exclusive match and the meet and greet with the Lucy Deathmatch and Emerson Jane with a poster. So we'll be doing that, and now we can carry on talking about the rest of the matches, because I wanted to talk about the first and I completely forgot. So apologies. The next match we're going to talk about is, where are we? Scotty Rourke, Shea Monet, Ultra X Championship. What do we think about this one? This is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I think about every match, but it is going to be incredible. This is going to be fantastic. Shea Monet on a hell of a roll. So good, and Scotty Rourke seems really fired up now.
Yes,
and ready to make a real, make his presence felt in TNT in a big way. So this could be a sleeper match of the night. Actually, I say sleeper match of the night. It's probably a lot of people's potential match of the night. So, yeah,
I think it's after the last weekend. I think what that weekend did was light a fire in Scotty Rourke, because since then, just up, no matter where he's been, it seems to have lit a fire, and that fire is coming into Liverpool on Saturday.
There's a hell of there's like a wave of I don't know what you call it, but there's like a really good feeling around it all as well. Like everyone seems to be pulling for Scotty Rourke. A real kind of just wave of the people around him, and everyone on his side. So it's it's really exciting. I think this could be incredible.
Yeah, I agree. Again, easy pick for match of the night for me, but I'll say that about most matches on this card because it's ridiculous. Yeah. I'm backing Scotty as well. Shea Monet's been a great champion, friend of the podcast. He's done really well, but just can't back against Scotty right now.
You see, as much as I everything I said about Scotty there, I'm backing Shea Monet. I think Shea Monet knows how to win, and I think Scotty will give it everything, and Shea Monet will find a way to win. That's my prediction. We should write these predictions down because I'll probably get them all wrong, but whatever.
Just write them down later.
Yeah, I'll just write them down afterwards. That'll be all right, won't it?
Yeah. After the show.
After the match.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I call that.
100%. Yeah, easy. Tag Team Championships, Act 2, Lycos Gym. What do we think?
Act 2 is the short version. I think they've put too much into the feud with Temple and Malin, finally winning the belts, finally getting the job done. It's going to be a while before we see them lose, I think, in TNT. I think Lycos Gym, obviously, legendary tag team in the UK scene, but Act 2 are on a roll right now. Act 2 for me.
Yeah, I think all the battles that Act 2 have had trying to become champions, I don't think they're going to fall pretty much at the first hurdle. Despite Lycos Gym wanting to become 2-time tag champions at TNT, I think Act 2 is just going to have just a bit too much for him, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think Lycos Gym are absolute legends. Like one of the most legendary tag teams in the scene, I'd say. But Act 2 have been the last 12 months of watching Act 2. They've just seemed better every time, and having done what they've gone through, what they had to go through to get these tag championships, I don't see them giving them up this easily or this quickly. I think like a couple of sunflowers, these guys are going to be holding the belts way above the head. That was a joke with somebody there. And no, but I do. Act 2. I'm going to be going with Act 2 for this. I'll just say though, while we're on this card was booked for Dale. Dale, if you're watching, this card was booked for you, wasn't it? Because you've got Act 2, you've got Lycos and Hyperactive. That's Dale. That's like Dale's dream card. Just those two teams just wrestling anybody. Shame on him in the comments there. Scotty is fired up. Good. It's such a shame you can't prepare for someone like him. That's exactly what I said. It's true. You can't. I think Shane Monet will find a way to win regardless. But yeah, on this one, Act 2, like a couple of sunflowers, I'll get that in one more time. We'll be raising them championships at the end. Victorious. First defense in the books, and on we go. Now, I'd say we'd probably go on to what was probably going to be my match of the night, regardless of whether the match is good or not, which is Dr. Darwin against Connor Mills, president of the Darwin fan club. As you can see, Darwin Mania is running wild yet again. I think this will be incredible. I do not know what to expect because we never know what to expect with Darwin. There's always something different. He's always got something that we haven't seen or we're unprepared for. Connor Mills is fantastic. I would watch Connor Mills wrestle 7 days a week. Absolutely incredible wrestler, but I don't care. I'm pulling for Darwin. Darwin could be against anybody, and I'd be pulling for Darwin here. So, yeah, that's all I've got to say. And to be honest, this match is going to be incredible. I think Darwin's going to win. What do you guys think?
Do you want to go, brothers?
Well, Darwin's unbeaten in singles this year at TNT, having done some studies. We don't talk about tight matches, but
yeah.
in singles at least. Mills has had almost like a resurgent 2025, and coming into TNT, will he be able to kind of keep that run going in TNT? Who's to say? But I think Darwin will get the win on this occasion.
I'm going to be the contrary. I'm going with Connor Mills. I'm the Connor Mills guy in the Groupchat Wrestling Podcast. As some of you that follow us will know, I can't go against Connor. As great as I think Darwin is, and he is, Darwin is a darling, but
how'd you kick someone off a chat on this stream? No, I look. It's a year. It's a year since Darwin debuted in TNT. The fantastic Cold Day in Hell last month. I was going to say fantastic show. It was Cold Day in Hell like 12 months ago when he was unmasked himself as a gay imposter. And it's been absolute fire ever since. So I'm hoping something good is going to come out of this, something big, because we need to mark the occasion of the greatest wrestler on the scene, the most creative mind in British wrestling, appearing 12 months ago. We need to celebrate this in style. I'll be celebrating getting absolutely shit-faced in the pub afterwards, but whatever. We'll celebrate with a good match as well. So on to the next match. We will go with we have two matches left. Which one should we go with next? How about the Extreme Division Championship? We'll go with that. We'll save the world title for last, just because otherwise Tate Mayfair would be unhappy because it's the greatest championship in the world. He's the greatest champion in the world. We'll discuss that in a minute. So we have the Extreme Division Championship. Lucy Deathmatch, Emerson Jane. Lucy Deathmatch is pulling double duty on this day. Which is, fair play. It'll be Sunday that. Mel has put some sunflowers in the chat there. Thank you very much. Someone got the reference. And this match, this is going to be incredible. This has got to be Lucy's biggest challenge so far, I'd say. Has to be. Anyone?
Yeah.
I'd finished. I was waiting for you to talk. I thought you were going to talk. You just nodded.
I do apologise. I thought my wife had told.
Oh, before you carry on, Wrestle Snaps in the chat there. Sorry, I missed this. Will Temple and Malum show up? That's a very interesting question.
Possibilities. We know.
And we have Rachel Duran in the chat saying Lucy's going to win. Well, carry on, Mike. Do you think Lucy's going to win? Sorry about that. The idea of Temple and Malum showing up is excellent.
Yeah. It'd be very interesting. They will be doing a rematch. Sorry. I think Emerson is going to be victorious in this match. Unfortunately, sorry, Lucy. I think the double duty, I think, is going to be a bit too much for her. You've got to be fully focused for a death match with someone like Emerson Jane, and I just think she's going to pick up the win. But it will be beautiful.
I think you got a point there. The double duty could come into it. It depends how. Look, that match in the day depends how that goes. That could really take it out of it. And I do agree with what you say that when you're facing someone like Emerson Jane, who is probably the best in the business, to be honest, probably like the best in the world, one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world at what she does. I feel like you have to be laser focused on nothing but this. So that could come into it. Wrestle Snaps suggest it could be the match of the night. I don't think that's far off, to be honest. It really could be. This is a huge test for Lucy Deathmatch, and this is a really intriguing one. What do you think, Bradders?
I think Lucy's going to take this. I think
you do, yeah.
Yeah, I do, because I think as much as they will be doing double duty, I think when it comes to a death match, you can't go into it kind of half-assed. You've got to be focused on these. And I think that's what Lucy's going to be going into this. She's had a taste of it before, and she knows kind of like what to expect. So she's not going into this blind, and I think she's going to be absolutely laser-focused and will want to kind of take that Extreme title from her.
It's interesting you say that she had a taste of it before. Like, she had tasted it before a couple of times, and it's fucking. Yeah. And like some people have a taste of it, and they're like, oh, "Don't fancy that."
Yeah.
Like Luke Jacobs after his match was like, "Oh, don't fancy that again."
Yeah. Nope.
Lucy's had a taste of this, and she's like, "I want more of this.
Yeah.
I want to do this again." So yeah, this. Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what's going to help drive her a bit more.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm refusing to. I am. I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm going to say Emerson Jane takes it. But I think it's going to be a very close one. Lucy needs to find Emerson's weakness in deathmatch wrestling. Does she have a weakness? That's the point. I don't think she has.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she has a weakness. I don't know. That's going to be a good one. This is leading us on now to. If Emerson does lose, do we have a situation where Emerson and Drew both lose on the same night? Because now we're going to be talking about the world title, the most prestigious title in all of wrestling. Tate Mayfair's the most prestigious champion in all of wrestling. Tateness is greatness, but I fucking love Drew Parker, man. So, like, who's winning this? Are Emerson and Drew both going to lose on the same night?
I can't see both of them losing on the same night. It's interesting. You think you'd make a case for these two men, Drew and Tate, being two of the faces of TNT in recent memory. Certainly the two pillar divisions. But Tate, it's hard to look past Tate, man. He just, every match he seems to just find a way.
He's got everything. I feel like it just when you feel like you've got his number, he manages to find a way, or just get past somebody. I don't know. It's a struggle. Like I really want Drew to win this. I'm really pulling for Drew, but Wrestle Snap's asking, is Drew the one to beat Mayfair's? Look, if you wanted a TNT favorite to take the title off Mayfair's and to prevent Mayfair's from turning up every couple of months with this stupid fucking petition he has to try and ban deathmatch wrestling, then you couldn't pick anyone better than Drew Parker. So whilst my heart is saying Drew Parker, my head is saying Tate Mayfair has this. Bradders, what do you think?
Saturday will be 804 days, the title reign. And I think that's as long as it's going to go. I think we will see a new champion come Saturday.
Do you think? Interesting. I don't think so.
I think Mayfair's has not had it all his own way, but there's got to be a time where just something goes awry. And I think with Drew Parker and what he's willing to do as well, I can see Drew just possibly surprising Tate.
Drew's one of the most underrated wrestlers.
He might even play him at his own game.
He's one of the most that's what I was just saying. He's one of the most underrated wrestlers in wrestling. Full stop for me. He gets tarred so much with just being the deathmatch brusher, just being a deathmatch wrestler. Whilst I do think he is one of the best deathmatch wrestlers in the world, the guy is a hell of a fucking wrestler. Just straight up wrestling. He'll take Tate to his own game. He'll wrestle him straight and he'll take him all the way. But I just feel like Tate will just have the edge. He'll have something. He'll find a way to get past him, as he always does. Whether at some point Drew can go. I'd love Drew to win, because then he could go Tate into a rematch where he has to wrestle him in a death match. Ban death match wrestling or Dave deathmatch wrestling. That's what this match essentially is, isn't it? You got the man who wants to stamp deathmatch wrestling out and take our fun away. Miserable twat. Yes, yeah, miserable fucker, but he is greatness. Tateness is greatness. Tate Mayfair's. Or you've got Drew Parker, who we all love. The guy's incredible, the best in the world, a deathmatch wrestler for me, and can go with anyone. It's straight up wrestling. So, it's taking away our fun. Oh no, what do you go with? Like I say, my heart's going with Drew Parker, my head's going with Tate Mayfair. I feel like he's on. I just don't see anyone beating him at the moment. That's all. I just can't see anybody taking that belt off him. He's going to have that belt for about 801 days, is it?
It will be 804 come Saturday.
804. So you can add a 0 onto that, and I still don't think anyone's beating him. JBL will be there with his bloody Zimmer frame, trying to get tweeting to him that he wants a title match for a bit of notoriety, and he'll still have that belt. So, yeah, very excited. I can't wait. It's we're going to go a couple of days to go now. Can't wait. Even though I've been ripped off by the hotels, cost an absolute fortune because apparently there's some DJ couldn't give a fuck. Yeah, it's still going to be a good weekend. I'm going to have a weekend of fantastic wrestling, seeing some very good friends, see you guys as well, and a load of drinks. So it's going to be great. The TNT, you cannot get better value, in my opinion. The cards are always stacked, and the atmosphere and the people just make it as well. It's great. They always put on a hell of a show. Yeah, you wouldn't get better value anywhere else.
I was just going to say, go on. I'll let you go, Mike.
No, go on, brothers. Go on.
I was just going to say, considering this will be my kind of second TNT weekend, having gone into it blind after that last weekend, I was almost like, when's the next show? Because I want to come along, which kind of tells you all you need to know about how much value for money TNT shows are.
And look, the thing is as well, it doesn't stop at Liverpool. They have a show coming up in Bradford as well the following week. We don't know what the matches are at the moment, but we know that I think if you got the list there, Brad, do you want to reel off some of the names? We know a lot of the names who are going to be on this.
I've got some of them.
It's
so we've got. So I'll tell you the names I've got as kind of quick as I can. So we've got Gareth Kelly, MVK, Bullet, Lucy Sky, Liam McCarthy, Sky Smithson, Tommy Tanner, Sam Gradwell, and whether he's champion or not by then, Critchy.
Yes, so that's a good one. Whether he is champion or not. MVK is also listed for that show, isn't he? So who knows? So TNT are stepping out of Liverpool. Bradford, if anyone is around that area, I believe they're putting a coach on as well. I'm not too sure. I did
see a message about a minibus.
Yeah, so
I will have to kind of scroll through again.
Yeah, but it's something to look out for anyway. If you can get to that show, go, because again, the card will be great. You've heard the talent that's on there. It's as I say, I've said this about 72 times in the last 10 minutes, but you don't get better value for money anywhere, in my opinion.
Best
as a
promotion
wrestling
in
fan.
UK.
Yeah, so a couple more comments at the end there. We have Rachel Duran, Jupag for the win. I really hope so. I hope so, but it's not going to happen, is it? Wrestle Snaps is Drew the one to beat Mayfair's. I don't think so. Please.
I hope so.
No. I hope so, but it's not, is it? I think Mayfair's gets himself disqualified. I wouldn't put it past him. He'll do whatever it takes, and then he'll try and shove a petition in our face. TNT, and then end the night with War Games. Well, we'll end the night with a load of drinks. I don't know, but it's and that's it. So thank you very much, everybody. This has been. I've been freezing my ass off, so this has been very good, but very cold. I am getting fatter, my beard is getting whiter. It's nearly Christmas, and we have if you want a great way to start Christmas, why not watch some fantastic wrestling? That has no relation to Christmas at all, but I just thought I'd throw it in there anyway because I'm in a jovial mood. Thanks very much. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, Mike. Thank you to Angus for joining us earlier. Really appreciate that. That was fantastic. I want that Liverpool jacket that he's got in the back of his room there. And that's it. Goodbye. I'm going to go and get some food.